long ago, before yo-ho-ho became the cry of adventurous pirates. It was a cheerful exclamation shared in the snowy stillness of the North Pole. Back in those early days, Santa Claus, known for his mighty ho-ho-ho, had a little problem. When excited, he tended to shout so exuberantly that he would sometimes mix up his syllables. On a brisk December evening, Santa was guiding the reindeer over a large, icy bay, scanning for any floating icebergs. Suddenly, the sleigh caught a gust of wind, nearly tipping Santa and his sack of presents into the frosty waters below, as he struggled to keep them steady. Santa let out a startled but hearty laugh that was neither his usual ho-ho-ho nor a simple ho. Instead, he bellowed, "Yo-ho-ho!" The elves, who were riding along for their first aerial tour, erupted in giggles the moment they heard it. But Santa, always brimming with good humor, simply joined in their laughter. "Well," he said, pulling the sleigh safely upright, "that's a new one." In the days that followed, Santa found himself blurting "Yo-ho-ho" any time he felt a rush of excitement, be it from tasting fresh-baked cookies or setting a new sled speed record. The elves, tickled by his new catchphrase, quickly adopted it themselves. Soon, the entirety of the North Pole was echoing with jolly "Yo-ho-ho" every time a bit of merriment or mischief took place. Now, it so happened that, occasionally, merchants and explorers braved the Arctic seas near the North Pole. One season, a scruffy band of sailors ventured closer than usual, hoping to trade supplies. From their ship, these bold visitors heard Santa and the elves practicing winter games on the ice. Above the wintry wind, the sailors caught the booming cry, "Yo-ho-ho!" They had never heard such a gleeful shout, and it warmed their spirits despite the biting cold. Intrigued, the sailors returned to their homeland, where they sailed under a captain who yearned for bright, rollicking expressions to inspire his crew. The sailors eagerly shared this new phrase with him, "Yo-ho-ho," in the cozy ports and taverns along the coast. Those words spread like wildfire. Before long, seafarers of all kinds began shouting "Yo-ho-ho" as they hoisted sails, celebrated good fortune, or toasted friendships at sea. Over time, colorful crews of pirates, the most mischievous sort of sailors, took to the phrase with gusto. After all, the bouncy rhythm matched perfectly with their rollicking songs and rum-soaked shanties. Little did they know they were borrowing a tradition started by Santa Claus himself, up in the frosty North Pole. And though pirates might sing it by the light of a tropical moon, the spirit of that hearty "Yo-ho-ho" still carries a touch of Santa's joyful magic, reminding us that a bit of laughter can warm even the coldest nights or roughest seas. So whenever you hear "Yo-ho-ho" in a pirate song or a story of high seas adventure, remember it all began with one winter's gust and Santa Claus's determined cry to save his sleigh. From snowy drifts to salty decks, that merry exclamation has spread its good cheer far and wide, uniting sailors, pirates, and even reindeer in a single jolly shout.